friends, we are going to learn about informal invitation and how to reply to such informal invitations. So let me explain you initially its a meaning and its a features and its a format. Well, so it's a meaning extending invitations to their friends and relatives on the occasions like marriages, birthdays, engagements, death, public function, etc. is a part of social etiquettes. It can be the form of an invitation card, which is a formal way of inviting people, or it can be in the form of a note or a letter, which is a more informal way of inviting somebody. Informal invitations follow the pattern of ordinary personal letters. So there's no difference between ordinary personal letters and informal invitations. These letters are written to relatives, friends, and acquaintances. Now, let me explain you the key features of an informal invitations. It is written in first person. It should be written in first person only. Then it follows the pattern of ordinary personal letters. So there's no any difference between ordinary personal letter and informal invitations. The style and tone are relaxed and informal. The style and tone should be more relaxed and more informal. The different tenses are used as a as a sense demands. So here we can use different type of tenses. In a formal invitation, usually we have to use simple present tense, but regarding this, we can use a variety of differences as situation demands or as sense demands. Now, friends, let me explain you the format of an informal invitation. So, kindly pay attention on the screen. Initially, we can start with the sender's address, followed by date. In a date, usually we have to write date and month. We can avoid the year by putting 2x and then followed by salutation. Salutation should begin with a dear and then name, and then the initial sentence and the body of the invitation. So here the details of the invitation can be kept there, can be inserted there. When, what, uh, then venue. So these details can be inserted here, and then this body of the invitation should be simple and should be okay, informal one, and it should be more relaxed. So these things we have to keep in our mind. Then in at the end, that's complimentary ending, yours truly or sincere or lovingly, and then followed by name, and if any designation is there, so that can be mentioned. This is the format of an informal invitation. There's no any difference between informal invitation or informal letter. It is just like a informal letter only. Only one thing we have to keep in our mind, that uh, we have to follow the very lucid and very simple and very relaxed tone or style in this invitation. It should not be too lengthy. We have to follow the word limit, and the unnecessary details need not to be included. So we have to be a little specific and to the point. In the body of the invitation, the reader should get answers of all the questions like what, where, when, and then uh, details of the any function or program. So he should not get confused regarding any program or function. So he should not be any such a in a confusing state after getting the informal invitation. So there should be clarity in this invitation. We have to follow this norm, or we have to follow this pattern of an informal invitation. Dear friends, now let me explain you one practice exercise. With the help of this question, the format is explained, or the question is very nicely solved in front of you. Initially, let's try to understand what is the question or what is expected in the question. Raghav Verma has come out successful in the engineering entrance examination. He has decided to throw a party to his friends to celebrate this occasion. Draft an informal invitation giving details of venue, time, and date. Do not exceed 50 words. This is the question. Here, Raghav Verma, he has come out successfully in his engineering entrance examination. He has decided to give a party to his friends, and to celebrate this occasion, he is going to send an informal invitation to his acquaintances, to his friends. So in this invitation, we have to assume, we have to imagine the details, and we have to insert these details in the informal invitation. That's a venue, time, and date. One that's one thing we have to keep in our mind, that the invitation should not exceed the word limit 50 words. This is the practice exercise. Let's see how it is solved. Dear students, pay attention how the question is solved here. As per format or pattern, the informal invitation has begin with the sender's address. So sender's address is written in the left side of the letter, in the corner. That's H45, comma, Tagore Garden. Then next line, New Delhi. So here we can put full stop, or we have to avoid full stops and commas. Then 26th August, comma, 20, then dash is there. So we can put a dash, or we can put a double X, followed by the next line close to the margin. Salutation is here, and it has begun with a dear and then friend. So here he has written friend. Here we can put a friend, or we can put directly name to whom we are going to address, or whom we are going to send. So this is just common one. This is just one ordinary one practice exercise. So here we can bring changes. There's no any problem. Then the body of the letter is there, invitation is there. I have the pleasure to inform you that I have arranged a small get together at my residence on Sunday, 16th August 20 double X at 5 p.m. to celebrate my selection in engineering entrance examination. Please join us and enjoy the company of my family members. This is the body of the invitation. It has begun with a very good sentence, and then here the informal references are there, and very relaxed tone is there, and very simple style is there. Very easy sentences are inserted here. So this is in a very informal way. The body of the invitation is drafted. So here all the questions are answered also. Venue is mentioned here, then day and date and time. So these all details are inserted. So there's no any confusion while reading. One When one will read this invitation, so there won't be any possibility of any confusion or any doubt in his mind. So this is very clear cut idea which I render. And then leaving a line, then the complimentary, that's the ending is there, yours lovingly, and then followed by a name, that's the sender's name, Raghav Verma. He has mentioned his name. This is the practice exercise, how it is solved. So you can very easily understand how nicely the question is solved here. Let's understand this concept with more practice exercise. In front of you there is one more question. So let me read out this question. Your bhavna of so here C, any locality can be mentioned, or any area can be mentioned here. Swaminagar, Rajouri Garden. Write an informal invitation to your friend Kamal, inviting him to attend your nephew's marriage ceremony. So you have to assume and imagine that a bhavna of a sea dash, then Swaminagar Rajouri Garden. The informal invitation is regarding your friend Kamal inviting that you are going to invite your friend Kamal to attend your nephew's wedding ceremony or marriage ceremony. So this is an informal invitation, like the previous informal invitation. We have to draft in the same way. So it's a very simple question. It's very easy to answer. So let's see how it is solved. Dear friends, you can see how the format is followed here with this informal invitation. It is started with sender's address, that's C Block, Rajouri Garden, New Delhi, and then by leaving a line, we should write a date, that's 26th November 20XX, and then followed by salutation. Here, dear and the invitee name is there, Kamal. This we have to take care that dear and name, and then to the left side, close to the margin body of the invitation, you will be glad to know that my nephew or his wedding has been fixed and the big occasion will take place on 10th December 20XX at our residence. Kindly attend the wedding and bless the newly wedded couple. This is the body of the invitation. It has begin with a happy note where that Bhavana is writing gladly to her friend Kamal, and then the purpose or intention of the informal invitation is mentioned, and then all the details are also included, added here, that on what date, what the function, and who's okay, who is honoree. So that is also mentioned here, and in the end of the body that cordially she has invited invitee to attend the ceremony and to bless the newly wedded couple. At the end, the tone is in a requesting way, and it's a very informal style or tone is followed, and this is written in a very relaxed mood, just like a informal letter. Then followed by the complimentary ending complimentary, that's yours affectionately, and then followed by sender's name. So here no need of any designation. This is not a formal invitation, so designation can be deleted, cannot be inserted. Overall, very finely, the format is fixed here or brought in a very lucid and simple and very easy words. So all the care has taken here, and it looks like this is a very fine example of an informal invitation. Dear students, here are practice exercise. Here are two questions for your more practice purposes. So kindly pay attention and try to go through these two questions. These are intended to give you more practice. You are Shubham of 312 oblique B, Rajnagar, Chennai. Your friend Rajan is staying in the hostel. Invite him to join Diwali with you at your residence. And the second question, you are Pranav Agarwal of 11T, Uttam Nagar, New Delhi. You are opening a new branch of your business house, Modern Electronics and Appliances, at A-6 Lajpat Nagar, New Delhi on 9th March 2000XX at 10 a.m. Write an informal invitation to your uncle to attend the inaugural ceremony of the new branch. Kindly solve these two questions in your notebook.